I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Doomsday Aftermath. Today, we are rejoining the party after they have been put through the ringer as far as everything goes here. Deep Night and Tremor were knocked unconscious by Lex Luthor in his super suit. Woman, where is my super suit? And Viv has been doing her 1,010,000 years of desk duty, data entry, very boring, she's not even like doing calculations or anything. She's just transferring data from one network to a different network. And because her boss is a stickler for there being absolutely, no chance of errors, everything must be checked in quadruplicate. And so she's just one of, four people, we'll say people, that has to check the same data being entered. It's basically bean counting, It's the most menial, bad job that you could possibly get, and she has been forced to do this as a reminder that she is not above the rules, and she will follow the rules, or she will be demoted and put back, well, not demoted, she's pretty much as low as she can go for the classification that she's in, but she'll be, punished by being put back on the data entry desk duty. That means, 1,010,000 years of not going anywhere, not doing anything. You work for, I think it's like 18 to 20 hours a day, and then you get just a little bit of downtime because you don't really need your rest, and then you go right back and do it again.
Yep.
You do get some time away from the desk only because like they have to do routine maintenance to keep the place completely sterilized and, organized and bureaucratized and, all of that. So you do get a little bit of time off each day, but it's not much, just enough for them to put all the files in order for the next day's work, and then you come back and do that. So you're just wrapping that up. You're on day 364. Tomorrow is your last day of punishment. Great King Rat has been in your apartment. You get to touch base with him. Of course, you guys are quarantined to your personal space and nowhere else.
Yep. And I totally touch bases with him before I, go back to normal time.
Yeah.
That is a thing that happens that is nice. I imagine. If
Right.
perchance I got to role play out such a thing, it would bring lots of depth and color to this engagement.
Yes.
Well, what a shame. So,
Hey, well, I can only do the voice so well, so.
yeah, and I can make the noise a piano makes when it falls down a set of stairs.
Yes. So anyway, if you need to say something, I am here, but obviously I have a limited ability to speak for myself at this point.
Nah, you can just, I don't know, keep being an ice cube. I'll come get you when you're needed.
All right. Well, I gotta say it's been really useful to be here for the last million years with you, but we can leave anytime you're ready.
Yeah, I know. Where do you want me to drop you off?
Well, that's a tougher one to answer because although I did tell myself what I wanted to do, there was some things left kind of open, and they should really be handled by me when I'm in the, better
So,
frame of mind. So I guess I am giving you an answer right now, but not.
Fridge is over there. I'm gonna head out back to the real world.
All right.
So yeah, I'm going back to fucking real town, USA.
In what time?
In the time after I left, pretty much.
Okay, so you're being reinserted into real time, pretty much where you were extricated from.
Yeah, essentially, assumingly, the closest I need to be to not create a continuity error simply right after they attempted to call me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't exist back then. Qual era demonstrandum.
Yep. So, you pop back into the timeline,
Huh?
and as you are, back in the timeline, you can see the headlines that say that Gotham Justice League has been disbanded and labeled as traitors.
Uh-huh. Okay. Gotham Justice League disbanded and labeled as traitors. I am going to tune into this, because it seems like it might be a very relevant expositional bit of news.
Yeah, so in the time that elapsed in order for them to, reinsert you, because, science isn't an exact science with these jokers, they inserted you about a week after the events of Deep Night being confronted with Lex Luthor, etc. And in that time frame, Lex Luthor has managed to spin the PR machine into a frenzy that says that the Gotham Justice League, led by Great King Rat, has sided with Trigon as he is slowly killing the world. And at this point, also, I should note that it is a frozen wasteland where, like,
That's what I expected.
yeah, like there's already been massive die off. Roughly 10 to 20% of the population has already died from various effects, and Trigon, for his part, hasn't even unleashed like any.
The demon army.
Yeah, like he's just letting the fact that he killed the sun slowly kill everybody, and he's like reveling in it. And
It's like this fucking zero effort takeover.
yeah, so right now it's about like negative 20 degrees and even colder in like places that are, worse off. And at night it can dip down so cold that if you are not indoors in some place with like fires and, all of that, like you just die.
Ugh, fuck. I'm gonna step back through the other end and get like an electric thermos or something.
Yeah, yeah, you get a portable heating device that you know does what you need it to do.
I mean, getting cold probably isn't gonna kill me, but like, it's not going to be enjoyable if I'm going to have ice crystals forming in my pseudo bloodstream, having to crack them and then heal the damage.
Yeah.
Anyway, so did fucking the two members getting arrested get reported?
Yeah. No. They
Ah,
they are keeping that hush hush, and they are merely reporting that the Gotham Justice League has gone rogue, and that people should be on the lookout because they're definitely on the side of Trigon, and he's released footage of Great King Rat in his demonic form as like proof. And then you guys, of course, fighting alongside him.
okay. I guess time to set priorities. So, I'm familiar with the ritual that is used to seal Trigon. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Do I think I need any specialized extraneous materials or personnel in order to perform the ritual?
Personnel, you need at least 5 wizards of, some pretty extreme power. And then you also need certain, magical regions, alchemical agents, etc. That, although there is not like a specified list, you can just assume, that there's a few things on the list that are harder to get, um, you know, but also like some things that obviously like you just have access to, or will have access to. So um, it's a mixed bag of like, okay, gotta find that,
Okay, I got that. Fine. Also, wait, wasn't I a part of the Gotham Justice League?
Yes.
So I'm a fugitive.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go back in, and I guess since, hey, it's modern times, I'm gonna get myself a puffy coat and some baklava.
Okay.
Alright, how to proceed from here? So, I'm gonna go look for a payphone.
A payphone.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, you luckily have like, you know, the ability to pull up a lot of information from your various databases and all of that. So you actually do know where there is a payphone. That is the fortunate part. The unfortunate part is that you are going to have to go to said payphone. Uh, oh, wait, I forgot you can teleport.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's a payphone. You got to kind of dig it out from the snow, but it's there.
Okay. I'm gonna thumb some money in and try and call fucking Deep Knight's phone.
You get the pinging sound of a radar. Boop 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 boop
Really?
boop 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 boop, and then it goes to uh, voicemail, which is just Deep Night like trying to explain to someone how voicemail works.
This is a voicemail. It means I am not here, and you have to respond after this sort of tone that goes, and just answer and I'll answer when I come back. Don't ask how it works, it just does.
And
All right. Well.
somewhere in all of that, he just gets cut off by the tone.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Well, I know that this is a dead end, but that doesn't stop me from fucking him. I say something cryptic like, "The throne has keeled," and then I hang up.
The waves are dashed. The waves are dashed. That's a better one.
And then I teleport out of this town.
To where?
Not in this town. Bumfuck nowhere, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So long as I'm not here, it's good enough.
Yeah, you are, in the middle of like Montana or Utah or something.
Yeah. So, now I have a big problem. Because radar pulse. I have two pieces of information to work with. One is that all members of the Gotham Justice League are fugitives. Two, when I tried to call Deep Knight, I got radar ping and he didn't pick up. From these, I can draw that either Deep Knight has been compromised or his phone.
Mm-hmm.
Which of those two do I think is more likely? Probably that Deep Knight is compromised. Could just get a new phone. Okay. This is a possibility. Alright, now I don't know what to do. Let's see. Man, I wish I had done more networking. It'd be nice to know somebody who's part of the Justice League.
Yeah.
Who isn't a fugitive.
Yeah, that probably would be sweet. Most of your guys were Gotham though, that you guys like met and knew.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not familiar with any non-Gotham fucking dudes. Damn, all that fucking hanging out in Gotham really came back to bite me in the ass. Okay.
I mean, Steel is still out there.
The fuck is Steel?
He's like a cyborg dude. He was a player in the game.
That'd be weird to go after him.
Oh yeah, I don't think you actually played with him now that I think about it. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This puts me in a really awkward in-character situation.
Yeah.
Namely, even if I knew where Deep Knight was, I don't even know if I would go save him, because unfortunately he's being held by the Justice League, who has, like, supers and shit. And I'd probably just get myself compromised. On the other hand, the Justice League is headed by Lex Luthor, who, how could I say this? He's kind of pathological and doesn't have any reason to place great trust in me. So I don't actually think I have any big hands to play in that regard without showing him the recording.
Ah.
It kind of makes me wonder how to proceed from there. Because, like, I wonder if I should just send him an email with a file attachment being the video of the end of the world. Wait, that's a long-ass video. More like a best highlights reel.
Yeah.
And from there, just like an open invitation to, like, you know, hey, it's Viv. I'd kind of like to talk about the situation, my teammates, and saving the world.
Right.
And I guess I'd be willing to talk at that point. And if Lex goes out of his way to fuck me over, you know, I can blow this popsicle stand at that point, because it'll be mostly unsalvageable anyway.
Right.
See, yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna go back through my portal to my demi shack, and I'm just gonna like start rendering down and cutting down that email attachment.
Okay. Yeah. So you're, putting together a best of the apocalypse.
You know, just showing Trigon a few snippets of the ritual, not enough to get the gist of it, how it works without my intervention.
Right.
And then, like, you know, some cool fighting at the end, and then the world just kind of being kaput.
Yeah, and then like maybe a voiceover at the beginning. Imagine a world.
Yeah. Some stuff like that. You know, I was kind of actually thinking maybe I shouldn't do this myself. Can I, like, this is a really minor service, but could I pay some money, like credits, plain side, to have, like, a professional editor do this for me?
Oh yeah. You wanna have your robot AI do it, or do you want to have an actual, like, quote unquote person do it?
Well, having my personal base AI do it would be free. What?
Well, yeah, but that isn't what I meant. I meant that you have, like, access to, like, high quality AI that, like, performs tasks for field agents such as yourself, that you need done, like, quickly.
Yeah, but, you know, with how the relative terms go, they're going to be doing it in a time-dilated speed, so it doesn't matter too much. I'll just use an AI to hire the freelancer.
Okay.
So I don't have to go searching personally. I can just flick it at my desk along with a reward.
Yeah. And yeah, that's what I meant, is because they're time dilated, you can, like, send them the work, they do it in however long it takes, and return it to you,
Yeah, pretty much lickety split. So I'll play Tetris at my desk for a few minutes while I wait for that to sort itself out.
Yep, and in real time, it pretty much just instantly happens, no matter how long it took.
Yeah. Yeah. So after I get it back, I'm just going to compose an email, basically with the same elements that I put out before. Basically going like, you know, hey, here's a video proof. I have information about the fucking thing that stopped Trigon last time around. I'd kind of like to talk about that and the situation, and my immediate teammates happen to be parts of the Gotham Justice League. The rest can stay in jail, though. I don't care.
Yeah, and the gist of it, of course, is that you are big man in charge, but you're gonna be big man in charge of a pile of ashes unless you know, work with me here.
Yeah. Of course, not a tone that
Right.
aggressive, because
Right.
pathologic again. This is
Of
more supposed to
course.
be an appeal.
Well, of course. No, you're supplicating to him in order to stroke his ego, but the message he's supposed to get from it is like,
Is essentially yeah.
yeah.
So that's what I also. Who just got here?
Uh,
Oh, hey, it's Rocky.
Oh, sweet.
hey,
Now, so before we get too far into this, so you can be doing this right at the moment, but let's jump back about you know a few hours or whatever in game
Yeah.
time to where you were discussing with Great King Rat, where he wanted to go. Well, you did this since he's had his, time to prepare and all of that. So let's find out exactly what he wants to be doing and what you're willing to do for him, with him, to
Yeah.
him, and and kind of go from there. Also, welcome, Rocky.
howdy.
So, Viv, take it away.
uh, Viv is just gonna come in, on station again.
Oh,
First time. What?
I'm so sorry. You had said something to me, but I would just want to clarify. Rocky is completely up to date as to what is going on right now, aside from the fact that the 1,010,000 years is now at an end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I explained all that shit.
okay, so yeah, the 1,010,000 years of punishment is over. You have had, a lot of time in Viv's apartment. You have probably chewed apart like a lot of her furniture just in frustration, and now finally,
Well, also spent a portion of it in stasis sleep
yeah,
because, normal mortal mammals don't hold up to forever as well as androids.
right, and a million years starts to feel like forever.
Yeah.
So anyway, as a result, you are, I would say, eagerly awaiting Viv's arrival every day when she gets home, because it's the only other contact you're allowed to have.
Wow.
You're not allowed to go anywhere. You're confined to the apartment and the immediate grounds in case you're the kind of rat that does his duty outside. And
Well, there's also the base staff.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but no, you only have AI that's allowed to work with you, like in your actual quarters when you're being punished.
Fine.
You're
All my
not
stuff went.
you're not
My
allowed
stuff
to
went on
corrupt
holiday.
you're not allowed to corrupt other beings with your rebellious stuff. You serve your 1,010,000 years and then you can talk to other people again.
Well, okay.
Once they're sure that you're fully on the team, then you can interact with other people. Until then, you're basically quarantined.
Ow. Alright, fine.
Rebellious ideas must not be allowed to spread.
Yeah.
So,
And
Time
rebellious is Rocky.
time still flows in this universe.
Yes.
So, the Earth that we came from is likely dead at this point.
No.
Nope. It's in relative time. We're going to change our relative present to about a week after we left.
I mean, still, the Earth we came from is likely dead at this point. The sun went
20% of the 20% of the population is dead, and it's like a winter wonderland that's always at negative degrees. There's likely already, at this point, unavoidable ecological damage that is going to cause a mass extinction event regardless of our actions. However, it's not The apocalypse isn't done happening yet.
It's just getting started.
Yeah. Anyway, so hi, I'm back from hell. How are you?
Read all your books.
Really?
Again?
All and wrote some of my own.
I see. Yeah. Sorry about that. I didn't really expect someone like you to get caught in the splash of my disobedience, but I guess there was the risk.
Oh, hey, don't worry. I got all my own plans to be very disobedient now. You want to help with that?
Beep,
What is it you
beep,
have planned?
beep. Unauthorized conversation detected. Reporting to Supervisor 1987 Omega Alpha, some other symbols that are not in English.
Somebody that Wayne
Yeah.
has absolutely talked to. Somebody that Wayne has absolutely spoken with.
Apollyon.
The
The
person
word
who
you're looking for is Apollyon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, don't worry about that. It's a misdemeanor. I'll just pay the credits.
the person who the word disobedience gets reported to is somebody that Wayne has had probably 10,000 years of conversation.
Oh yeah, you have like fines stacked up, like one of those comedies where you open the glove box and all your parking tickets come pouring out.
Yeah. Got that 70-page rap sheet that just says loitering on every page.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So, what is it that you had in mind? I already have my plans, but what are you gonna do?
Oh, let's see. More time travel.
What?
Yeah. I
Okay.
a little
Well,
bit. Yeah, don't worry about it. Because at this point we've failed. We've completely failed. Everything's failed, and the world is dying.
I mean, it's not like the human race on your world has to go extinct. It's the world is just going to change. I
I,
mean, if we do nothing, then it will absolutely end and humans won't exist on that world at all anymore. But grades of failure.
I mean, it's 20 billions of deaths is a failure, and it's a
Yeah.
failure I'm not okay with. It's a failure we could avoid too, because Trigon isn't shit. He's not really anything, is he?
Trigon. He is in the realms of the bare minimum of what you need to be a player on the multi-cosmic stage. To give you a very specific term, we would consider him small time at the top of my bureaucracy.
So yeah, I've been practicing magic for about you know
A long ass time.
yeah,
2
and
million years.
So, what is it that you want to do with your newfound knowledge?
I'm gonna teleport. We're gonna go back to the fight that we lost when everyone was there and when we had a chance to destroy his philosophy. I'm going
Well,
to pull him out of the girl. And while I do this, before I do this, you are going to swap me with myself so that we don't accidentally end everything.
no. No. I just received punishment for that type of time manipulation. I'm not doing it again. Look, I like you, and I like your world, and I'm trying to do my part. But if we have to break chronology again, I'm just not going to do it. Look, back-to-back infractions are not a thing we do. I wouldn't really like to see what the higher-ups would do with me when presented with such a unique situation. You got one time. one time I'd go along with the time travel plot. But you're gonna have to work with me for a few million years before, and I mean real time, before I think about doing something like that again.
Well,
I mean,
here's a question.
what?
No, like an out of character question.
Yeah.
It's been a million years.
2
Could Wayne have
million.
got,
Yes,
yeah.
you have mastered time travel spells.
No. Could Wayne have talked to somebody?
Yeah, who do you want to talk to?
The fucking people who decide whether or not you can do this shit.
Oh, here on his world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the basic answer to that is, well,
I mean, Wayne's an asset
kinda.
because he's a thing that they own.
Yeah, the thing is, I guess I contend that it's not impossible, especially long thing of time. Like, you could have filed an appointment and probably gotten a few in. Things move slowly, but that's why the massive time dilation exists, so that the bureaucracy has time to do all the things it needs to without it getting in the way.
Like it's quadruplicate checking of data.
Yes. So the thing I contend is that conversation happening is not impossible, but the thing is, if you want to get permission to do it, the answer is no.
Yeah, oh yeah. I can definitely let you know that here in this world, there is maybe 6 beings that would even be considered to be given that kind of authority.
Yeah. So the basic answer is you totally could have had that conversation, but like, to make a long story short, they would have told you no, that they wouldn't sanction the action. That being said, you're not a sworn agent, so like, whether or not they sanction it isn't relevant to you. But the thing is, Viv themselves cannot participate in, nor will they participate in or help such a thing transpire.
Yeah,
They're back on the straight and narrow.
that's the beautiful thing about magic is you don't always necessarily have to go along with it for it to work.
Well, I'm just saying, while Wayne is here talking about the plan he wants to do and Viv's role in it, they're like, no.
Right. Oh,
Oh, fuck
absolutely. Yeah, I've got you 100%. I want to make sure that I'm letting Rocky, the player, know, because Great King Rat would already have experimented with small jumps in time travel magic until the point where he like mastered it, and then he would have made sure that he could go like forwards and backwards and make it back in time and everything. And he's been able to do that since back in the jungles of the dinosaur times. And so now at this point, he has basically gotten to the point where if he wants to cast a ritual to time jump you and him, like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of those things where they're going to butt heads again, because like, that's what something. But whatever.
Can I ask a question?
What would you like to ask?
Were I to, snap my fingers and go back to where we were, would you get in any trouble for it? Without you stay here. You don't move. I move.
Are you saying that you undertake actions without my engagement, permission, or active participation in order to travel you yourself back in time?
Yes.
Without me?
Yes.
That is something can be allowed. I am supposed to prevent such events under my discretion, but I don't
you
have
can
to.
Have a wizard duel if you want. Make it do the classic, make it look good.
No. The rules are slightly different. You're a native to this reality. Talk all you want, but you messing with time in that way on the whole, does less cosmic damage than me deliberately doing so or participating in it myself. The natures of how reality and fate affect the two of us are completely different. So, if you go back.
Oh, as you would have seen from the ritual being interrupted by some sort of cataclysmic interference from some time displaced, you know, demon.
Yes, and that's why I state that if you make use of the time magic to go back this time with the intention to prevent an event, which will cause a lot of cosmic damage, it will be seen on whole as something quote unquote worth the risk to allow, and under my jurisdiction to permit. But I can't go with you. I'll be here when you get back, eh? But you can't take me. You have to do the journey alone.
All right. You're not going to be alone for very long because now I'm going to have to write in removing myself from the timeline like 5 minutes before I get there, and you know how it is. Overlap,
Mm-hmm. I get it. So,
is there? So I'm going to. I hate magic. It's been 2 million years, Viv. I hate magic. I hate magic so much. Oh, and also goodbye.
the divine?
I got everything mostly done.
Sorry, what'd you
Comments.
say? What'd you say, Rocky? I didn't even hear that last bit.
Oh,
Yes, I know that.
I said, and also goodbye.
Oh, and also
I
goodbye.
understand.
Yeah. Okay, now I
Dad,
get it.
It's
sorry about that.
All right, cool.
it's been a wild couple million years. I'm gonna go kill myself so that some sense of normalcy can return to the world.
You're going to wait. You plan to die back there?
Yes, I'm going to go back in time. I have a pretty standard anti-demon spell ready to set off in hell on Trigon. Upcast to a level that will blast me out of the world so that uh, that timeline's Wayne can continue to exist.
So you're going to try and go back, cast a spell to like assassinate Trigon,
Essentially.
and at the end of this process, you intend to be dead.
More than dead, hopefully, like, erased.
You intend to be erased at the end of this process.
Yeah.
If
mean,
Z-Knight was here, he would be totally against it.
How is it that someone like you can say one of the few things that creates complications? Now that I know what you intend to do in full scope, I can't allow it.
Can you stop me?
Well,
Do you fully have the power to stop me?
that part is harder. Yes, I will admit. But I have to only secure that if you're going to do this, you try to preserve your soul.
Is it okay? My risk is before this try my one of my grounding points before all of this is that I still had Wayne work to do after all that Trigon shit. There were still people to save. There was still a very small city on a very small world that needed him. If my soul survives, can he?
Can he?
Can he survive? Can he continue to exist with that overlap?
Yes, he can.
Oh,
The
easy
thing,
done.
the only thing is that I just couldn't permit that, because you do realize that if you do this in this way, you're creating an offset loop, where every Wayne from every timeline goes to the next timeline over to stop Trigon after a darkest hour. If you destroy your soul at the end of this process, there will be no Wayne soul anywhere for us to collect, which would violate the terms of your contract. That would create certain other kinds of problems. Just so you understand what I mean.
See, the material I was reading was going off of the dead timeline system. The idea that there is a single prime timeline that you are able to interact with, and that can change when things like this are fucked with too deeply by people living. And that's why you're sort of against it.
The peculiarities of it are all that you, Wayne, as you exist now, intend to preserve your soul at the end of this process. That's all I require.
Yeah, but no, then I can't. Then the Wayne of this air quotes timeline can't continue.
Yes, definitely can. It will terminate in the same way.
Okay, how does that happen? Because if it's not the dead timeline system, then I'm going to go back and kill Trigon, and I'm going to cease to exist.
This is going to get very messy very quickly. Backwards time travel is going to create so many holes. We're going to see what happens. You can make your own decisions. I just hope that when things come down and the ultimate outcome of your decisions is felt, that it's not a giant headache. You have luck on your crazy thing that you're about to do. I'm going to continue working here. If there's a split or not, we'll see what happens.
All right, so I made a room in there. This was practice mostly. That about 5 minutes before now.
Wait, you kind of garbled for a second there. You made a room, and about 5 minutes from now is what I got. What was the middle part?
It's a minute. There's a room in Viv's area now that is 5 minutes in the relative past,
Ah,
and so Wayne is going to go in there and do a short delay ritual to summon himself from that point in time, and then leave, so that he never has to cross over with previous Wayne.
okay.
Yeah, prevent
So, yeah, now there's a Wayne who is trying to have the same conversation that you just had with you, Viv.
No. The Wayne from the Trigon.
Wait,
Ah,
the room that is 5 minutes off,
Yes,
you just summoned what Wayne?
the Wayne from directly before that big fight with Trigon and Monday.
Roll Arcana.
How big's my Arcana plus after 2 million years?
You have the ability to raise it by 5 ranks for any spell that you cast. Plus, you've gained the max ranks for your power level, and if you already have them, then you can increase your ranks by 10 instead of 5.
Okay, so the max ranks you can have are double your power level.
Yes.
Wayne's Arcana right now is your power level 12.
Yeah, your power.
That's 34. That's a plus 34.
That's that's 24 if you already have your max points. Do you already have 24 ranks in it?
I don't. I had going into this. I had like 7 ranks in Arcana.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying is you get the 17 ranks to put you at max for free, and then you can raise it by 5 ranks.
All right.
So
I'll do it.
that's 29.
29. All right.
That's
Good roll.
that's how powerful you've become. Is that you can raise your own magic beyond what should normally be possible.
Can I apply the same rule to my administration roll?
Just do any paperwork.
You do
So
all you do all the paperwork the best.
I'm a lesser deity of fucking paper pen pushing.
Yeah.
The jokes.
You're a lesser deity of what's the right word for it?
Bureaucracy.
Yes, bureaucracy.
Cool.
I mean,
Anyway.
For being honest.
All right. So, you rolled very poorly,
I
came up just one shy of the DC that you needed.
I got a natural 20.
Yeah, the DC was 50. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
How can I have?
I think you just angered the rat.
Yeah. So you cast your ritual, and you summon Wayne, and he looks very confused. He's like not sure what he's doing here, and he sees you, and
He does not see me.
Oh,
Delayed.
that's right. Oh, that's right. That's right.
I've left him a note.
Did you leave him some cheese or street food? Actually, like some.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also, did you leave him in the room that is 5 minutes into displaced relative past?
Yes.
Well, he's going to be there for a while, ain't he?
Yes. Until somebody comes to get him. Hopefully, Viv, when everything ends.
Hopefully.
Or Viv when Viv appears a week after. You know, I'm not going to worry about the future. I'm just going to worry about setting things in not Trigon time.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
This could be fun to watch.
Wayne. So, Travis and Travis and Hazard are here. How do Deep Knight and Tremor react to new timeline? Wayne has vanished as soon as everybody has marshaled together.
Well, Deep Knight is just sort of standing there all confused, like, what in the world just happened? Is this some sort of effect of the magic?
It's already so goddamn weird. I have half his soul on my hand.
Okay, and then immediately afterwards, fucking half glowing, 3-eyed wizard Wayne appears.
Okay, which entity had possessed you now?
All of them.
Okay, why did everyone go silent all of a sudden?
I'm just working on getting the characters up. I don't know about anyone else.
Time. Deep Knight.
Hello? Who exactly are we speaking to currently that is possessing Great King Rat's body?
Call it the manifestation of Lex Luthor's failures.
That
Uh, uh, that is certainly an interesting name.
Where is that son of a bitch, actually?
Right over here. 1 second.
I'm going to scan the room for him, and as soon as I see him, I'm going to cast a spell on him. It's practically a cantrip by now, but it's going to give him all the memories of his dead timeline self.
Okay. What? What is this? What have you done to me?
I trusted you implicitly.
I grab you. Light speed grab you, but as I go to, you've already anticipated this and had a spell cast on yourself that basically makes it to where anyone who tries to grab you is actually just grabbing dead air.
Yeah, Wayne's got like the displacer beast thing as a reaction.
Yeah. What is going on?
I trusted you implicitly. I thought you had the best of intentions, and I thought you had the raw intelligence to save the world from anything. And I was wrong. I want you to remember in the dark hours that the reason you're still alive and that billions of people aren't dead is Great King fucking Grant. And then I'm going to snap my fingers.
And Deep
And-
Knight just sort of laugh, just lets out just a triumphant laugh as he just sees this happening and just says, "That's what you get. That's what." Deep Knight's just too happy to see this.
Great King Knight's going to snap his fingers and cast Shatter on the ever important Philarchy.
Ah, yes. And as you do so, there is a feedback loop that causes you to roll a toughness roll.
All right. Did it roll for you guys?
No.
All right. It's a little slow on my end. I can see all the stuff move immediately when it moves. All right. There we go. Not a good toughness roll.
That's a 4.
Hey, after all this time, still not very fucking tough. Although he does have the shield, so that's 14 instead of an 11. Or God, you said it was equal to the fucking. What was it equal to?
What?
His shield.
The blur effect?
No, I had a magic spell shield going into this. And it was worth like 3 harm. What is it worth now?
You recast a shield before you came back, because I was gonna say you're not the Wayne that had the shield like the first time around.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I did. Yes, it's reasonable that he would have not like forgotten to cast his shield so long.
Right. So, your shield right now is worth half of your ranks, so 12.
All right, that should help with whatever the fuck feedback loop Lane's about to get in. Actually,
Yes.
that does help.
Yes, the DC was 25, just so you're aware. And that means that you take one bruise.
Oh Christ. Uh, hey guys, how you doing?
Uh, why did you go and do that?
Um, so I'm not Wayne anymore. I'm from a timeline where we failed, and I had to spend 2 million years in Viv's world.
That sounds overly complicated. Who in the world would do uh and Deep Knight's just struggling to find the right words, and he's just like standing there like if you would and the and Deep Knight is just sort of like as he's just trying to understand this, everything just sort of happens.
Trema,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My original plan was to go back to a time before you were hurt like this. Uh, Now I have to rely on myself, I suppose, or the man I was 2 million years ago. Can you give him this? And I'm just gonna pass him a little piece of paper.
All right.
That's certainly a good. What is the word? Enigmatic? Enab,
Enigmatic.
enigmatic.
Oh,
Enig. Enigmatic.
Enigmatic.
There you go.
That is certainly enigmatic.
oh no, it's not. It's just a fucking healing spell. I couldn't find I found the best simple one they had, and I wrote it down in a way I would have been able to understand. Probably.
Probably.
Oh, hey, John, you're standing right here for some reason. You want some of that uncancer while I have this power?
I am not a charity case.
It's not charity. It's more just like a thing. A thing I could do. It's not, you know.
You try to put me in the hospital. Now you're trying to force me to cast your spells. Just leave me die in my own way.
Fair enough.
Ugh.
Uh,
You
at this
cer-
point, Wayne is crying. Uh, Wayne is openly weeping because he realizes what he has to do, and it's very hard now that he's talking, now that he's with Tremor again and Deep Night.
yes.
So,
Don't worry. You can say what you have on your mind.
well, I'm gonna be leaving soon to die.
Die. You're joking, right?
There can't be two of me. And the one who was here deserves his shot. What's Trigon doing?
Beating the hell out of Spectre.
Are we above Mongolia right now after the fight?
Yeah, you guys are just above everything, and now the timeline has been altered, and I want to give you time to finish your role playing before I do what's next. So.
Are the undead Superman and fucking Black Lantern still visible, or have they been buried?
They're buried.
Alright. That's gonna be a problem for you guys. Sorry about that. I tried to aim a little bit before now. Had a plan to oust them, to put that on the back burner, give us time to get a little bit stronger. But
Time travel's fucked like that, you know.
I'm sorry.
I can certainly see why it's quote unquote ha.
Yeah, Fubard.
Tremor, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I would be more than just saying that's fine. I would just be sort of wondering if I did my best.
You both, from what I know and what I was able to see and scry, you both did. You both fought your fucking hearts. And Lex fucking Luthor, as he now knows, fucked it up for everyone.
I still think you cast an evil spell that's tricking me.
I mean, you will think that for approximately 50 minutes, and then the realization will dawn on you when I do this. Big snap, opening a portal to hell.
A portal to hell opens.
One-way portal. The suck kind, not the blow kind.
Okay.
Large enough for this Trigon's form, and probably not what he wants to see right now.
What's that?
We have
Uh,
to put it in there, right?
I mean, at this point, I figure the big guy, what's that green cloak over there, knows a window when he sees one.
So I'll try and get his attention then, as Deep Knight sort of like goes.
That's a fight between. You're gonna get yourself killed walking into that fight. I wouldn't.
Then how exactly is the Spectre going to see the window?
I mean, it's like it's a circle in the ground 2 football fields wide,
Yes,
right?
but
Yeah.
consider this: they are more than a football wide.
I mean, that's why I made it 2 football fields wide.
And so, you know, just so that we're clear here, what ends up happening is the Spectre does indeed try to like get Trigon towards the portal. Trigon uses his reality altering powers. Spectre uses his reality altering powers. And the two reality altering powers kind of clash and create a cataclysmic earthquake that splits the ground apart and simultaneously causes bolt spouts of molten lava to shoot up out of the ground, and smoke rises from everything, and the lava like forms grasping tentacles that lash out at everyone and drags.
Can I just close them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tremor, as you see one of the tentacles reach out for you, you like close the ground around it, causing the lava to like cut off and just kind of splash down to the ground. And you know this is happening at.
And Deep Knight just sort of notices this and sort of tries to bubbles up some of the tentacles.
Okay. And as you know, more and more of these like are opening up and doing everything, you know, you guys are like turning and shutting them down like whack-a-mole, you know, as fast as you can. But Trigon's reality altering powers are like, causing this to happen, and it would already be happening if it wasn't for the fact that the Spectre is limiting what can happen. Unfortunately, the Spectre is not quite strong enough to take on Trigon all by himself, and despite the fact that Green Lantern and 3 different Supermen plus Sinestro and everybody else is there to help, what ends up happening is just like the first time, Trigon really brushes them aside over and over again. So it's not helping as much. But then there's that moment where everybody kind of like strikes in unison, and Trigon begins to stumble backwards towards the portal, which is trying to suck him in. And finally, he reaches out his own hand to grab Great King Rat, and you get one. Hold on, let me double check what that
Yeah,
would be.
come at me, big guy. I was about to teleport to you.
You get one dodge roll.
Oh, I'm not dodging. I was about to go to him.
Okay, so he grabs you, and you guys fall through the portal together and end up here.
Hi, bitch. How you doing?
Whoop.
I thought I'd have to do more to get you to lose. But it looks like you're more of a bitch in this timeline. Why?
Don't
Not as
don't
strong?
don't call me a bitch.
Not as strong without your little box?
I'm way stronger now that I'm in hell. Like, look, first of all, here's how this is gonna go down. I am going
Wayne
to
snaps his fingers.
uh what do you do?
Uh, blast his soul apart in a burst of anti-demon magic so powerful it shows on the other side of the fucking portal.
Okay, 1 second. First things first. Let me get him up in here.
Actually, I'll let him talk. I'll let him talk for a bit. I'm gonna snap my fingers and like smoke his eyes, fill his eyes with
Yeah,
smoke.
yeah, I hear you, but let's get him on the map and then we'll go from there. All right, so this is my domain, and what the hell? Why is there smoke in my eyes? And he like snaps his fingers, and there's not smoke in his eyes. And he like stands underneath this waterfall of lava, and he looks at you, and your skin is burning but healing like as fast as it burns because you've kicked up your healing factor by like a bunch, and you've done a bunch of magical stuff that like helps you. But as you're like burning and healing rapidly, he just like stands in it, and he's like, "This is my domain, and you are at my mercy." And suddenly shackles of fire form up around you and bind you. He's like, "I'll leave you here underneath this waterfall, like Sisyphus, um, and come check on you in a million years, and see how much your flesh has been flayed from your body and your soul has been burnt black by the hellfire lava."
Sisyphus is the boulder guy.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. The other guy, the one who was
Prometheus.
Yes, thank you.
But instead of
Do I
hawks
get an
coming
eagle?
to eat his liver, it's lava
Oh,
coming
wait.
to eat your skin.
No, not Prometheus. The guy who was put underneath the waterfall with water to drip on him for all eternity.
You chose a deep cut there, Dragon, and also, no, I kind of did time my magic to something that anticipated this. You know,
You anticipated nothing. I have been alive for, like, I don't know, billions of years? Like,
Million.
Since time immemorial.
yeah.
He was born. He was a creature that was born in like Azarath or whatever.
Yeah, but, like, a long time ago.
Yeah, like on a mortal time scale, because he was like he came out of a woman.
What?
Yeah,
Hold on, let me double check this. I thought he was, like, basically immortal.
I mean he is. He's immortal, but like he's not like a full or wasn't then. I mean, fucking Darkseid used to be a guy.
Yeah.
Darkseid used to have a soul patch.
Someone's gonna lose his soul privileges.
Alright, so it says that he is a demon from hell. And it doesn't say a
Wait,
sadistic, cruel, dangerous, and powerful demon of inter and extra dimensional origin. Trigon is a result of the mating between a female member of a mystic sect and the god they worshipped. A side
yep.
effect of this pairing is that their child was filled with the cast off evil energies of the inhabitants of Azarath, forming him into their personification. At birth, Trigon killed everyone around him, including his own mother. At the age of 1, he ruled an entire planet. At the age of 6, he destroyed an entire planet. By 30, he held dominion over millions of worlds in his dimension. There is some confusion regarding the origins of Trigon, as he claims to have existed as formless energy since the beginning of his own universe, while the energies cast off by Azar and Azarath simply allowed him to take physical form roughly 1,000 years before DC's present day.
Oh, so he's a baby.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, can I tell you about time, big guy?
I have existed since the primordial ooze of time formed in my universe.
You are a little baby. Your body is small and weak. You are barely a player. I'm not a player. I'm a rat. And, you're going to return to the formless ooze that you were born from. And you'll stay there until the end of the years. How does that sound?
I am the one in charge around here. Now kneel before Trigon, and the whole like place starts to shake, and the fire like gets extra hot and starts to glow white, and the shackles on you, like the flames are roaring so hot that they burn you down to the bones, but remain tight around you.
I'm
Uh,
going to snap my finger
okay.
and teleport about 15 feet up and forward and float there.
All right, so roll for Arcana because you have to defeat his defenses of his hell. He has like control over things, so he can try to stop you from teleporting, but he's unsuccessful.
Hey, it's just you and me forever down here, big guy. And I don't think that's as good as you think it is.
He sends a blast of energy from his eyes at you, roll for dodge. Oh, you get hit. Sweet.
Nice.
So he zaps you with some energy. Roll for toughness. Plus 12, of course, for your blah blah blah. No, 19. And so you take the lightning from his eyes, the yellow, demon lightning from his eyes, and it just kind of like bounces off of your shield and forms that like thing where the bad guy or whatever is blasting a bunch of energy and the good guy has a shield up and there's all that energy just like crackling around it and blasting off to the sides.
So is this a new feeling for you? Or do you remember fear from being a fog, from being a mist, from being nothing?
You will know the true meaning of fear and pain.
I'm
And
gonna give him a taste of what would they call it? Purely anti-demon magic. Is there a funny name for it?
What?
Is there a name for like magic for the magical energy that is antithetical to demonic beings?
There's a funny name for it?
No, is there? Like Wayne got it in your words.
Oh, wait. The name for magic that is antithetical to demonic?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, that would be. Demons are agents of chaos, typically speaking. So that type of magic is actually popular on its home plane. It would be axiomatic magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this little fucker just a pure axiomatic beam to like the mid shoulder area and let him feel it, let him understand.
yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and roll your Arcana.
I had this one before, so this is a 34.
Oh,
21.
and so as you cast this spell and strike him with this beam, he, for the first time, experiences a level of pain that he has never before felt. And with that, he begins to rip you apart as you and he begin an eternal and epic struggle where you and he are basically immortals, all powerful beings, just completely, uh, you know, destroying each other and reforming as fast as each of you can. And although you are like very capable of hurting him and all of that, you find through the first 1,000 years of fighting him that he is a lot more resilient and phoenix-like than you would have preferred. And every time you think you've destroyed his body, captured his spirit, paralyzed, petrified, pacified, plaidified, you that's where you put him in a bunch of plaid. Just, because you didn't know what else to do, so you were just like, wear some flannel, you redneck. And finally, it dawns on you.
His neck is red.
Yeah.
So he is a redneck.
Yeah. It dawns on you that, you and he might be locked in this struggle for a lot longer than you would have hoped. But as long as he is fighting you, he is not doing anything else.
Well, Wayne did have the plan to completely consume his own immortal soul in one blast large enough to wipe Trigon from the map.
Oh yeah, no, you tried that.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, no, you have done literally everything only for you to come back, him to come back. Like it keeps going. It's a power level X versus what is effectively a power level X buster. You're not able to just completely overwhelm him and like walk off into the sunset, but neither is he able to do that to you.
Well, honestly, with time dilation and everything, this has probably been a very short amount of time on Earth, and B, Wayne is having a fucking fantastic time.
Yeah.
This is so awkward.
So as you and Trigon battle it out, back up on meanwhile back at
The map.
the other map.
Yeah. So that happened. So at this point, to bring attention to something that's really kind of awkward about the situation that was just presented.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait. Yeah. So I have to say this. It kind of occurs to me. Let me examine this principle that I think is really simple to understand. Viv is not native to the chronology of this timeline, right? Object A. So we also assume that B, she has the trait that one could describe as cosmic uniqueness from the perspective of this reality. Okay. This means that, in my head, there are certain notable traits, namely, like the fact that when Viv is here, parallel timelines don't get created as easily because Viv can't be in both of them.
Yes.
So this means that if you use time magic as a brute forcing method, the timeline you go to, because it doesn't have Viv in it, is in a completely different parallel one. Right?
My assumption was that there was a stable alpha timeline that was aligned with.
Yeah. So what I'm pointing out is that, like, essentially, this timeline that the Wayne I'm with right now had someone who was similar in Viv to fill essentially the same role, but Viv wasn't in that timeline, meaning the Wayne I have doesn't know me. That's super duper awkward from my perspective.
No. Okay, so here's how this works. The Wayne that is in Viv's apartment.
Yeah.
Is the Wayne from this timeline. It is also the Wayne from this timeline that is in hell right now. The only way that those two things can be the way that they are without causing problems is because he removed him from the timeline and then put him in the 5-minute delay room, and so they weren't in the same time, and then went to his place in the timeline. So it is simultaneously the Wayne that you knew, but also like not the same one who spent the last 2 million years with you.
Okay. That's the explanation we're going with.
That's
I
the right one.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
okay.
a one timeline thing with like. Okay, so the second that the timeline, so this created a timeline split, right?
Yes. This is now a parallel timeline, but the Wayne from it before was taken from it before you came back here and split the timeline.
So we have Alpha Wayne from the current parallel timeline with Vic,
Yes.
and Beta Wayne from the dead timeline in Hell.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. That is, very apropos, I suppose. Kind of works in this weird, how would I say, non-fatalistic view. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because admittedly, basically that assumption, makes kind of sense if you assume that the Wayne would have become different if Wayne went there first and then sent him back.
Right.
Or something like that. But the fact that happened is really awkward. I would contend in a slightly more awkward fashion that there might actually be a 3 timeline system here, and things are even more complicated than that. But that's a simple enough view that works for functional purposes.
Oh yeah, it's quite possible that like we're way oversimplifying things, but
It's common.
Yeah.
Handle it. Wave your hand as hard as you can.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Keep on your current bearing. I guess that's fine for me. But also, this also definitely precludes me from helping the party where they are now. I'm still on the fucked Earth that's frozen and bored.
Yeah.
Until the timelines realign.
I don't think they're going to, but we'll see.
Well, no. See, the thing is, you're going to be on that Earth, until it dies, and then it's gonna die, and then like you're going to go back to your world and realize that you know Wayne had created the other timeline. Like you have all this information being fed to you by agents who keep like way close track of all of these multiple timelines and shit.
The thing is, I already analyzed that possibility, and I know for a fact how that's going to look on paper. Because if I let someone else create a splinter timeline, then go there, I'm basically just using my leeway to circumvent the rule.
Oh, I have a thing for that.
Cool.
Don't worry. We'll get to that. Do you mind
Okay.
if I reveal it in the session, or would you rather hear it outside?
No. You can do either one. I just felt the need to kind of whinge a bit here, since I'm going to be fucking bored for a while. I'm thinking about booting a different game.
No worries. I will get to you. I just want to get Deep Knight and Raven involved real quick here, and then I'll explain to you what's going on. So, Deep Knight and Raven, Wayne is gone. Wayne is down the Dwayne, and Spectre closes the portal to hell before anyone else can get hurt, and departs. He's like, everyone, this has been a tragic event. Try and go to your loved ones and spend the time that you can with them. I shall go and give my energy to the sun until it has healed. And
The sun was never wounded in this timeline.
oh,
Yeah.
that's right, I'm still alive. So that means that the sun never got messed up. So I'm actually just gonna go. I live in heaven, so
I imagine he's more like, that's like, this has been a tragic set of events. But this is no time to grieve for one soul, brave soul. It is time to act.
Oh no, I don't care about that rat. He got what he deserved for allowing Trigon to give him that power and corrupt him to begin with. In fact, if his soul comes to me, I will cast it down to hell.
Oh, sorry.
I just, I want to make sure that
Sorry,
that's clear that your guys' friend is going to hell if I get his soul. So, you know, make sure that you be good because I'm watching you.
All right, Santa Claus. Anyway, we should get Raven to the hospital.
indeed.
So Spectre dips and he is out of there. And Raven, yeah, she's all like, "Ugh, this is bad." And
Jacob.
yeah, and as you guys are doing all that, Sinestro's like, "Well, it looks like I won't be getting my coffee date after all. So you guys can kiss the yellowest part of my ring," and leaves.
Weird that he's more obsessed about the coffee date than the fact that his mentee died.
I don't get a lot of opportunities to like go nice places.
I don't feel like you get a lot of opportunities to teach someone something either,
Ah, whatever. I'll teach you a lesson
considering you're so bad at it.
later. And Ocean Master just jumps in the river and swims away. He doesn't even say goodbye. He's like getting out of there before him and Deep Knight get into it.
Well, Deep Knight is certainly going to try and help the Raven to the hospital.
Yeah, of
And-
course.
And he just sort of peeks over to Constantine and says, "Are you sure you don't want to go to the hospital?"
Well, first of all, like, don't ever talk to me like you need to help me. I'm a grown man from England, and I like tea and crumpets and casting magic like this one. Oh, and now I'm gone to my place too. Stop trying to get me to go to the hospital.
It's a hero thing. You gotta ask.
And then
I'm just trying to for goodwill.
Super Lex is like, I'm still like really mad about what Great King Rat just showed me, and I don't trust any of you right now. So, Superman, Green Lantern, let's go to the Justice League and not deal with these Lahoosers.
Where's John
Hoover,
Jones?
as
Where'd John
Deep Knight
Jones
says-
go?
He's John Henry Steel.
No.
John Jones, the Martian Manhunter. Yeah. You come with me too. He was right there. He looked like Black Hand.
Also,
That's
Black.
something.
Hey, good news, guys! Black Hand's no longer canon.
Yeah.
It was just Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. So you guys watch as all the Justice League dudes are just like, yeah, we're out of here. And then Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter leave too. And that leaves Robin and Black Mask. And as you guys are like, all right, let's get Raven back. Black Mask is like, hey, I was promised that if I helped you guys defeat Trigon, which I don't see him anywhere, that you guys would let me do some bad stuff in Gotham without like trying to mess with me. So does that deal still stand or what?
Did we say that?
I don't remember that being the agreement, but like, you realize that there are other superheroes that aren't a part of that agreement that'll just kick your shit in, right?
All right, golden shield bubbles around all of you while I teleport back to Gotham while you're stuck here in
I'm going to
Mongolia.
do that before you do that.
Punching.
Well, you can't
I'm going
because
to
I just said it.
No, I'm going to bubble him before he says that.
Well, you can't because you didn't do it.
No, I'm doing it because
he already did it. By the time
Hey,
you
dude.
see him doing it, it's done.
He beats you to the punch.
Yep.
Deep Knight, don't you have your anti exactly this thing sword?
oh right, and I use the sword to pop it.
Yeah, and as you pop it, he's just fading away as the teleport magic works.
Oh there, and he's going to bubble cage him.
No, he's already fading. He's gone.
Man, I can't wait for Batman to show up in a fucking mech suit and just kick the shit out of him. I hope someone gets that on video.
Yeah, yeah. You want to watch that on backyard fights?
Yeah, I'll just watch that on YouTube.
Yeah. All right.
I was
So
talking Terminator armor.
yeah. So now that all of that's happened and Deep Knight is like still trying to like grab Golden Skull before he leaves, but like the magic has already taken effect, so like he's gone. But you're still trying to get him. As all of that happens, suddenly the ground underneath you begins to shake, and a shower of rocks sprays everywhere as Black Superman rises from the ground.
Oh, right.
Oh dear.
This was a thing.
Roll for initiatives.
Oh God.
Out of one fire into another. This is complicated.
Knock it off, Tremor.
Natural 20.
All right. So, Tremor, you are the first to react as you feel the vibrations from the ground just like, way before anybody else, and you just know what's coming.
I'm gonna punch. Squad. Alright.
Superman moves at light speeds to the side as you try to punch him.
Oh. Well,
Robin, Damian Wayne Robin, is terrified, but suppresses those feelings and charges forward, striking at Superman despite knowing that he has no chance. It has no effect as Superman takes his flying roundhouse kick to the face and doesn't even move.
Deep Knight, sort of very confused. Does he see a black hand? Something?
No, you see Black Superman.
Yes, I just Deep Knight, sort of very confused and worried, decides to bubble the undead Superman.
Okay.
Yes. The suffocation power on the undead.
It has no effect.
he
As he gets
succeeded
sort of
by one.
Your bubble cage
Oof.
is burst instantly as Superman just kind of flexes and smashes it.
Oh no.
Superman punches Robin.
Bye,
Come on,
Robin.
man. You're better than that.
Goodbye, Robin.
No, 19. That is 4 levels of success.
Robin is turned into a pink mess.
Robin is knocked out and possibly dead because you can see Superman's knuckle prints in his face as he pulls his punch away.
Come on, man. You're better than that.
And then he moves over to Deep Knight.
Oh no.
I follow him.
Stalk much? Superman continues to dodge you with uncanny speed. Oh, this air makes me strong. Ugh. Robin lets out a.
Deep Knight, just sort of panicking at this point, is going to bubble cage Superman again.
That's not going to work.
Why is it bruised?
I don't know.
Because they overlap with the bars of the cage a little bit. And then
I was
point down.
trying to sort of contain Superman.
Yeah, I am not sure. I'm looking at it right now. It's because you have the uh, effect on there listed in the damage section. So
Oh, don't know how that happened, but it still counts, right?
yes.
So he's caged.
Well, uh,
He's hindered.
dodge resistance versus 27. Yeah, he's hindered.
Yeah. So put one hindered onto Superman.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
So Deep Knight sort of steps away after bubbling him. And looks to the others.
Superman smashes your bubble cage. Well, I mean,
Rise.
oh, he punches it and deals enough damage to like crack it, and you can see that it's falling apart. But
It's more like it sort of starts to destabilize. Like it's
mhm.
sort of like, you know how a bubble sort of just sort of wobbles.
Yeah. All right, now hold on. Let me put hindered on him since he's still hindered.
Any suggestions, Trimmer?
Am I able to punch him when he's in the bubble cage?
No.
Am I able to shoot him when he's in the bubble cage?
Yes. Yep, you can finger bang him.
Super cash, hey. I
Hey, would
fucking
Pepper have
hit.
automatically hit if he used Meteor while Superman couldn't dodge?
Oh,
Unfortunately, no, but
wait. That that should have been against his dodge, not his parry.
okay.
Homeboy's gonna be like 35.
I don't
My
know if that changes it.
Yeah, I'll find out in a second. But I'm also looking at your sheet to make sure that it's set up correctly as well. All right, my dodge is the same as my parry.
Alright. I miss.
All right, so this says who's listening to what?
Who's watching SpongeBob?
Steve Knight. He wants to know more about the ocean.
You know what?
Sorry about that.
I will. I will have to. I will have to
Seems
look.
like my inner deep knight got the best of me.
I will. I will have to look into this and see how to set it to dodge because it used to have a
Yeah,
thing
the
and
I
I'm not seeing it.
I had
Oh, there
gotten
it
it.
is.
Yeah, I had gotten it. I thought I was rolling punch, and I was like, "Oh, why is it that thing?" So I had clicked on it, and then I was like, "Wait, that's wrong." I realized it was wrong when I actually went to use Rock Blast,
Got it.
and now I gotta reset that to 1 point spent and not.
All right, Deep Knight. Deep Knight.
I
Yeah.
want to reinforce the cage.
Okay. Go ahead. Recast it on him.
Yeah, that one doesn't. It sort of wobbles, so it isn't able to like get the cage on.
Mm-hmm. I break through the cage and fly over to you.
Wait, but did the reinforcing do nothing?
Nothing.
You rolled lower than last time.
But the reinforcing didn't do anything, so
Right.
I had already broken part of the
I'll
cage.
punch him.
So it was easier for me to break the
Super
rest of it.
hot.
Just to make that clear why I was able to do it with a lower roll.
Yeah.
And the reason that the cage didn't work can probably be explained by the fact that Superman was so powerful that he moved himself and the cage enough to dodge the effect.
I wish these dice would fucking work for me.
Or I'll just move the whole planet. Dodged. Combo breaker. All right. I'm a super punch you now. You are dazed as Superman's punch lands and knocks you silly.
Also, if the cage only hinders him, that's not doing a lot.
It can do
Yeah,
more with more levels of failure, but it only fails
not
once.
Yeah,
really though, because the next
I'm,
level of failure is going to be
I mean,
restrained.
I wish I could make it stronger.
Yeah, restrained is better though. Still.
Hawks in the chat.
Rat Pong,
I just fucking deck Superman in the back of the head.
Donkey punch.
God, how many degrees of success is that?
That would be. Why doesn't it
only
say?
one.
Yeah, why doesn't it say? That's weird. Anyway, my parry is 29. Yeah, one.
I still get the +5 for crit.
He's gonna save.
Motherfucker!
You called that?
He's Superman.
Okay, he saved exactly. That's bullshit.
He's
Yeah,
a canonically stronger Superman.
he only had a 20% chance to save, though. He had an 80% chance to fail.
I'm
Not
mad.
That's pretty good, though, to have a 20% chance to succeed against a crit. Your massive rocky punch lands on Superman, but he just takes it right in the jaw, and you can see his skin kind of give way, and he starts to look a little bit like the picture, like zombie Superman. Shallow day.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, and the land. And Deep Knight is going to try and it's going to bubble blast him out of just sort of like panic.
Okay.
No, he's not.
As you panic, you bubble blast, but Superman just like moves easily out of the way and punches you. And you are staggered as he rocks you with that 1-2-1-2.
I mean, it's nice that Superman's been reduced to his base urges. First, he hates children, and then he is racist, and finally, he will kill grandma.
No, 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 19. Another critical hit.
He's gonna save.
Jacob, shut your whore mouth. How about that?
Oh, no!
Yes!
What just happened?
He got the fucking Bane treatment is what just happened.
Trying to
So,
fucking cave his skull in.
you shoot Superman with a rock so hard that he is temporarily incapacitated and knocked to the ground.
Kill him.
Deep Knight, you have the magic sword. Kill him.
This is the legit Superman.
I mean, yeah, but he's already dead.
Magic. This isn't magic. This is lantern light or something.
Yep.
I would still try to cut his head off.
You have a magic sword. Something Superman is weak to. Fucking kill him.
Cut
I
his
don't
fucking
think
head
that-
off.
End him. Do it.
Do it.
How do I use
Hero.
the sword?
Remember, right now you are staggered, so let's just make sure that we remember how this works.
You can either attack or move, but not both.
Yeah, that's what I was pretty sure that it was, but I just wanted to make extra sure because we don't want to do it wrong here. Staggered character is dazed and hindered, which means that you can move at half speed and you can only take a single action. So you can either move or take your standard action, but not both.
Yes, So how do I attack with the sword?
Do you not have the sword as an attack?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, that would be a thing. So let's go ahead and add a sword.
Kill him.
I'm trying to. And
Try
I'm
harder.
I'm like that. It's like that one scene with the in the Batman episode in the Batman series, the one on Cartoon Network, where Joker's trying to get the kid to fall into a vat of chemicals, and the guy says, "Drop him, Joker," and the Joker says, "I'm trying to." Not a good parable, but you get the point.
All right. So there you go. You don't have any points in fighting with the sword, so I'm just gonna find your fighting, which is 9. All right. So
Should also be plus strength.
yes, and then there we go. So plus strength for the damage. All right. There you go. Now you can roll your sword.
Sword.
Two.
I tried to cut off Superman's head.
And you swing down at him, but Deep Knight cannot bring himself to decapitate the greatest hero the world has ever known.
That's like defiling a corpse.
Literally.
It's explicitly defiling a corpse, and now the corpse is going to defile you.
He's
Not happen.
incapacitated. Why are you moving?
I am not. I continue to lie there.
That's what I fucking thought.
Keep beating him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he can't dodge.
He's got
Tremor.
no dodge.
Tremor, drop the rock.
Oh, someone's in trouble.
No, 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 19.
Tremor, crush the top with a rock.
So Deep Knight
Fuck.
started.
I missed the big rock.
Superman has defenses right now.
Yeah, no, I'm incapacitated. I can't dodge. You just
Oh.
roll. You just roll the toughness.
Oh. Alright. And this is just a regular, it's not like, oh, you auto crit like in D&D or anything.
Right. No. All right.
Fuck you.
I am
He's
dying.
dying. Yeah.
The
Yes.
rock crashes into Superman, and you can see his body is just like falling apart. Like it looks like he's broken almost.
He's come back from worse. Don't stop.
Deep
Forgot.
Knight's just sort of like questioning his morality right now.
Why?
You are literally telling him to defile a corpse.
A living corpse that kicked your shit in.
Yeah, you're still staggered from what he did to you.
But
Yeah, it's not like he's asking you to fucking dig up somebody's mother. This is a fucking reanimated zombie.
He
Superman.
crunched your armor like tinfoil.
yes,
And the bones underneath it.
but
Robin might be dead.
And Deep Knight just sort of tries to cut off the head of Superman.
And you do. And Superman's head is off.
Hey, you know what would suck is if like one of the heroes, like Wonder Woman or somebody, came back right now.
I thought she was confirmed dead.
No, she's in like the Mysterio.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, Wonder Woman's not confirmed dead. There's a lot of others who are, but not her. Anyway, we're going to cut the scene right there as Superman's head is off because that's the most climactic cinematic moment to do so, and we're going to jump over to Viv.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can-
it's
can
me,
I-
back in the fucked reality.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I just describe like the
Yes.
cut real quick?
Yes.
Because in my head it plays out like as someone who's never seen Game of Thrones, the fucking Ned Stark execution.
Mm-hmm.
With Deep Knight just raising the sword up, and it cuts to black as you hear like the noise of Superman's head getting cut off.
Absolutely. That's exactly how that panel goes.
You just get the fucking squelch over blackness.
Yep, exactly.
Put the onomatopoeia.
Yep, the shink.
Yeah, spell it for me, Travis. What are you imagining?
I mean, it's like a dark red SQUELCH, like with the little wavy line, onomatopoeia line indicators around it, just over a fully black panel.
Yep.
Holy Christ, that's that's a lot, actually. Oh.
And then, the very next page is Viv sitting in a frozen world, just completely uninhabited, alone, fighting, her way through like the demons and whatnot that have been released. And finally, what?
I was gonna say I was probably gonna do some stuff with things that got that far alone. I already was kind of concocting an offboarding strategy.
Oh. Okay.
I was just going to say, I was probably going to sit on things and proceed with my plans, around the time half of the human population died off, not like after the apocalypse had already happened.
Okay.
Just
I
because
mean, this all happens within like the span of the next week, but okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's like because like after I leave this timeline, we're not coming back, right?
This timeline is effectively going to be dead. Yes.
So I figure that I could sit down and do something a little more interesting because I gotta bring my Wayne with me, so he's coming.
Well, he's still back at your apartment right now.
Yeah, so I was gonna, basically after I defrangled and pulled him from where he is, I'm going to sit down and begin talking about how I'm going to proceed.
Okay.
He's gonna hug you. He's gonna give you a hug.
What's
He's
that?
gonna give you a hug. What?
He's gonna hug me?
Yeah, he hasn't seen you in like forever.
Yeah.
This Wayne thought you were dead still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized that.
Where you come from, you're still fucking gone.
Yeah, I know. I was like, hi, Wayne.
Deep Knight also just hugs.
I'm not there yet. Only Wayne is here. It's okay.
Leap out of time.
Yeah, so it's like, hello, Wayne.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah, I'd say the same, but the situation here is pretty fucked. Tell me, what's the last thing you were doing?
We were losing the fight to Trigon.
I have good news and I have bad news.
Bad news first.
From the perspective of where you are now, you lost that fight.
Fair enough. It was Trigon.
Mm-hmm. The good news is that you won that fight, in all likelihood. Just not in this timeline.
You wouldn't be bringing it up if it didn't play into us what's going on.
So, to give you the short version, where we are now is a timeline where that fight went poorly, and we had to live on past that. The world is becoming an ice cube as we speak. The sun was damaged. Soon, everyone will die. The Wayne from this timeline, with a little bit of my help, kind of, became a master wizard and decided to go back in time to fight Trigon. In order to prevent certain interlocking issues, he had to remove the Wayne that was native to where he was going, which is why you're now here with me in this frozen hell.
So he doomed me to save the world?
Not really. Well, in a sense, depends on how much you like the idea of coming back to my home. I can't exactly leave you here. I'm about to file up a report on an endpoint scenario. It's just going to be a simple write-up. Termination, self-termination of assigned task, reason given, end of notable curve, and expansion of tasks beyond scope. In the near future, within this reality, will be the formation of a Type C1 cosmic threat. It would be in our best interest to stamp it out before it forms. So I'm going to recommendation a Nilfheim-class response be enacted on this world. Given how every human on this planet is going to die anyway, let's just say they're likely going to produce a force that is, I would say, not going to be bothered by concepts like collateral damage. The goal will be to kill a Trigon in this reality before he becomes as powerful as a Trigon with every soul on Earth becomes. It also means this place is a complete dead end, where I won't be doing much of anything anymore. After I'm done filing this report, I'll be sending it off and going home. You got one ticket. Either back there with me, or remaining here on this world.
I mean, it's not really even. That's I don't remember the word, but yeah, I'll go back with you.
Yeah, it's like a non-option.
Yeah, it's like I don't like doing this. It's like, yeah.
You can come with me, or you can stay here and like either get frozen for all eternity, which would be like just super sweet and awesome for something that can't die, or die.
I could get fully cars. I could fucking become a rock floating in space forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. Viv writes up a report and sends it to the superiors and says, a traditional, low-class containment and diversion from this type of reality-altering scenario has completely failed. I recommend, the term would be subjugation squad of a great kind, but basically I have in my head these pre-built terms for types of responses named for the layers of the Yggdrasil tree.
Yeah.
Nilfheim would essentially roll out with maximum force and obliterate the thing. And just since you're probably wondering, Helheim, the next layer down, is complete obliteration of either planets or reality. That's just a recommendation. They can do whatever they want with that. I'm 86ing this dead timeline anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, after I write that up and I send it off, I'm gonna be like, all right. I'm suppose that's that. I guess we're gonna warm the cosmic couch for a while until they figure out where to put me next.
Yeah.
Well,
and so after a few hundred years,
Just milling about.
yeah, you and Wayne have now once again had some time, obviously not you know,
million years, but some time.
yeah. So you guys really get to know each other, and there's a possibility that we can actually get to some of that in a future session or something, if we need to, do something while somebody else is,
Busy
busy or
or
whatever. So
non-attending.
yeah, so you guys you guys have rebonded.
Neat.
Although for Viv, it's a little weird to,
It's a little straining. I had to say, Viv was incharacterily disappointed with the events that unfolded.
yeah. And so after a few hundred years of hanging out and playing whatever video game is popular on Viv's Devil Planet, um, you guys have rekindled your friendship, and all of a sudden there is a loud blaring speaker like noise in the apartment, and there is the tone of like emergency, and then agent
Ah,
Agent Vivitherian, you are to report to Central, whatever the term, deployment. Central deployment at once.
fuck. Finally, that took long enough. All right, Wayne. Hang out for a minute. I'll get you the job dates when I get back. I assume you want to get off the couch, right?
I mean, yeah.
Sure. We're functionally partners at this point. I wonder where we get sent. I hope it's not too unlike your home plane.
And I would assume you run the vampire counts.
What?
Actually, it's Doom Kings.
Oh, Tomb Kings, sure. Either way,
Anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna step through the opposite portal and head on to, home plane proper, and, portal mage my way to deployment.
Yeah. And when you reach deployment, it is not just the deployment officer sitting behind the desk. Instead, the deployment officer is kind of off to the side, and spinning around in the desk is the head of multiversal enforcement and logistics and whatever else I need to make whatever acronym I end up making that division.
Yeah.
And so the head of multiversal enforcement and logistics and all of that, Mel, comes forward and well, wait, not comes forward. I'm so sorry.
They
Spin-
look to me and address me with the following spiel.
Yeah, they spin the chair around, and they rise up from it, so that now they're like towering, because this is probably like a large or even huge creature.
Yeah.
And they definitely do not look humanoid. I mean, they're like roughly humanoid shaped in some ways, but like very much not humanoid in many others.
Well, with someone with that much ranking to them, getting up out of the chair, I decide it might be polite to put away my phone. And I look up with them with an attentive expression.
Agent Vivitherian, they say in a voice that is at once demonic and robotic sounding, a little bit like Ultron, maybe,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Viv kind of winces slightly at that and goes like, reporting.
It has come to our attention that Another timeline has been created from your failed timeline. This is now at least 3 timelines that have been created due to your failings. You are being given 1 upgrade as well as a mandate. You are to end the threat of this multiversal entity that is attached to these timelines, or you are to never return.
I kind of raise an eyebrow at that and go like, do we have any more information about what entity this is?
Yeah, the dark dimension that was still going on when you started creating timelines, and now there's multiple parallel dark dimension entities taking over multiple timelines that you are either creating or responsible for having been created.
Right. Okay.
I feel like we can take solace in the fact that the Robin King definitely froze to death. Fuck that dude.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, just all shining, just out in the snow, freezing to death. Alright, so, your upgrade consists of thusly. All of you get 5 power points, and if you have enough points, may upgrade to power level 13. If you have not achieved enough points for power level 13, then no.
What's the breakpoint for power level 13?
Check in. And it says that a power level 12 big leagues hero has 180 and 13 is 195. So yeah, with the 5 points I just gave you guys, all of you should be over that threshold.
So it's
Yeah.
195?
It's 195.
Okay, yeah, I guess right on that threshold then, 13.
I got 207.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. So yeah, I do that. I also make sure to fucking file a report with the, one of my superiors about the snipping ad I got to.
Ah, yes.
Because I do expressly want to state, again, I am a hunter, even though I'm talked to by intermediaries, technically a direct servant of the big man. So I get to be off-put when anyone talks to me that way, even though I still was respectful.
Right.
And then I go home.
Yeah.
And
you do work for the big man, although you are definitely in the dog house of dog houses.
Well, the thing is, with the first one, I get it, but I was created the way I was, and so long as I remain loyal and do my very best, that's not going to happen. I know he's just being mean because he has a different department and doesn't know our rules.
Well, there's that, and then also, like, you are not in favor right now, so, like, what are you gonna do? Go over his head?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to need to right now, but, like, technically with my link, if worse comes to worse, I can pray, and I know the right people will hear it.
Hey, I mean, if you want to come back here and, like, have at it, like, we can.
I'm not gonna do it. So
All
I
right.
said I didn't do anything to his face.
All
I'm just
right.
gonna be disgruntled slightly.
Anyway,
Anyway.
what passes for a face? Like I said, this thing was not humanoid.
Yeah. Anyway, so Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go grab high proof hooch and go home.
Okay.
And I'm basically gonna lay it out to fucking Great King Rat that like, so good news and bad news.
Bad news first.
Yeah. Why is it always with you, that you have good news and bad news every time you like see him?
I mean, she says that every time
Okay,
she comes
so
back from
bad
that fucking-
news is that we're going the fuck back.
to Ice World.
No, we're going to a different timeline where that shit didn't happen. In fact, in all likelihood, given what was stated to me, we're going to the timeline that you're actually native to.
So, what? Wouldn't there be two of me there then?
Probably not. I don't know the situation, but in all likelihood, that will not be the case. Anyway,
All right.
so the good news is that we're going back to the timeline that you're native to. It's just that I think that sounds awful, but it's probably nice for you or some shit.
I mean, yeah, I have friends there. You have friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I technically am supposed to, but like, I'll be real, I don't really care strongly about any of those other people. You're the only one there that matters in any way on the cosmic scale, and only did I grant you that granule of me caring because I know you're going to be around. I can't really truly empathize with all those ephemerals who are going to die or who I'm going to have to leave behind and never see one day.
That's. I mean, that's.
Yeah, it's a bit
I'm
lonely.
sorry.
Anyway, I'm also annoyed that I have to go back and that one of the guys from another department, after obviously having read my report, since it went through him, since they're using probably the infantry corps, part of the Titan corps, and a few of the Godling corps to clean up the old mess, that this is somehow my fault. And he's going to try and undermine me if I quote-unquote blunder again. So essentially, one of my coworkers being a jackass, and it's annoying the shit out of me.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was going to have a little drinky, and then I'm gonna go back.
This is the first time that you've ever seen Viv actually like consume something.
What the fuck? No, I ate like the second day I was there.
Oh, did you really?
I specifically remember eating fish and chips. I just like eating food.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Nope. That's Viv does a pretty passable impersonation of a living thing in most regards. Anyway.
Yeah, so as you're telling him that it's, time to go, Wayne, gets his things together that he's accumulated from his time here, which, by the way, Wayne, like, she was done being punished, so she had access to her full line of Matrix-like, ability to pull up, pretty much anything she needed or wanted ever, and as her property, you were, able to access some level of that.
Wayne has polished up his skill as a wizard. He's not a fucking master wizard anymore. He's at like a +10 to it.
Right.
He's like polished it up a little bit. He knows some funny rat-based spells. He's not fucked up anymore. It's just like a thing he's picked up because things have gotten bad.
Yeah, like you can transform into like a tiny rat, like a regular sized rat, and you can.
Yeah, I actually can. It costs negative points, and I can turn into a PL1 rat.
Yep. And so just like stuff like that, all of the standard things that make it easier for you to be a rat, like spider climb, to be able to like walk on the walls and everything, and then
I don't think they had a climb scheme.
Oh, really?
Yeah, claws.
Oh, nice. But like even being able to cling to the ceiling, so that Tremor can just like stop having to hold you up to the ceiling and be like spider rat, spider rat.
I keep telling him I hate it when he does that.
Yeah, but he finds it hilarious because he can just pick you up with one hand and lift you right up to the ceiling.
No,
So
so the spells I have currently are Grease, a version of Fog Cloud. I have a basic magic attack and transformation shield and a couple of free spaces.
sure.
It's an array.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you just your standard, stuff that helps you like get around and get away and
Oh,
do
my personal favorite is the 5 foot teleport, the snap that is controlled by the finger snap, which
nice.
will be very fun if anybody ever tries to tie Wayne up again.
Yeah. So you've managed to do that in the hundred and the like several hundred years that you've been here. Let's call it 350. And so Wayne gets his things together. Viv, obviously you travel pretty light because you know that you can just hop back for whatever you need whenever you
Yeah.
need it.
Same. It's mostly just my gun, my coat, and like my phone.
So
Wayne's leaving most of his stuff here because he knows that it's not like impossible to get it back, and even if he loses it, it's just sort of a
Yeah.
hobby he picked up to go keep him going crazy.
yeah, that's actually what I was just about to say was has Wayne and Viv bonded enough to where Viv has made a space for Great King Rat in her space?
Uh, let me double check one thing. Want to go check the fucking
What
size.
do you have a score for how much you like him that you're like adding up quickly?
No, I am just double checking how big my installation is. And it's a large installation. Yeah, sure, he has a room.
Okay. So yeah,
Right.
you totally have your own space, in her place. So you're good to go.
Yeah.
Wayne's just
And,
Uh,
and
he
by the
does it.
way, you're fully aware of the fact that she could give you a quote unquote key that would allow you to access this place. She just doesn't.
yes.
That's fair because if he has access to this place, he'd also have access to the massive fucking administratum outside, and that
Uh,
would.
So,
hey,
what's
here's a
happening?
more specific thing. One magic practitioner to another. Can I like make a summoning contract with you?
Um, what like the ability to summon me to you? Of
Yeah.
course. That now, just you know my true name. Just fucking slap that shit on some parchment.
Cool. Just wanted to get that laid out because it seems like a neat thing. Okay. Let's see. All that cross T's, dotted I's. One thing I was thinking I was probably going to do with this hearty injection of points, I'm probably actually going to rank up my negotiation because I remember the last time I tried to get some paperwork done, I flubbed it super hard.
Ha.
So my persuasion score is not that great.
Yeah.
So I'm going. Where's my fighting skills?
Your fighting skills would be under skills.
I see acrobatics, athletics, deception. I don't see fighting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not skills. It's one of your
Abilities.
abilities on your main tab.
Yeah, fighting is right above intellect.
So I'm going to add some ranks to fighting.
All right.
I have fucking 12 points to spend.
Holy cow! What have you been doing? Sitting on them?
Well,
Yeah.
I was saving up because I still haven't fully upgraded fucking geokinesis.
Mm.
So I was saving up to do that. And I was like, okay, cool. Now we're 13, so now I have even I have to get it up to date again.
Yep. No, I get it.
Okay, so
But after I do
now
that,
I
then I'll
have
be fast as fuck.
uh, I have one more point left to spend.
All
What
right.
do you
Well,
suggest?
we don't handle leveling up during session. So if you guys need help with this, you got to hit me up after session.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
sorry.
shit! Yeah, there's more session to do.
Yeah. So,
Sorry.
I mean, I don't mind you guys leveling up in the background or anything. I just can't help you with it right this second.
I kind of
Understood.
thought we were done when you said we hit 13.
Oh no, we'll be done in a little bit here.
All right.
Yeah. So I just wanted to get to Viv and what's all happening with her and her administrators and all of that. So and then of course get Great King Rat back, and the end point should be coming up shortly, which is I don't want to rush you guys too much here, but I assume what was about to come next was the actual insertion back into the line time.
Yeah, we are gonna have to insert. Although the thing about that is that this would be cool. We're doing this for the first time. We actually have to insert from insertion. The home portal will be keyed to the relative present after we get there. It can kind of sense where I am in the multiverse. So let's go for a walk.
She's talking.
I always liked our walks, Viv.
Yeah, that's a simple thing. You've been to the plane once before, and I'm sure you know what it's like your last visit. Well, in the way. But the process is similar to what happened last time. Namely, Viv slides a few chits to a portal mage, and you both go get sent hurtling across it to place that. How would I describe it? You know, if I were to liken it, it looks vaguely like an airport, but way bigger, and everything moves really fast. Some scanners go off, some things are detected on you. Although nothing is flagged as out of place, after all. Everyone passing through here seems to be armed. And eventually...
Some of them, like, 6-armed.
Yeah. And eventually, you get to see this for the first time, an insertion portal. This is the most notable thing about this. The insertion portals, native here, are very, very strange in that they are perfectly square and seem incredibly stable. It's like walking through a perfectly rectangular red tunnel that glows slightly. And it feels incredibly disorienting, as unlike with the others, the process of moving from one relative chronal space and speed visibly moves through your body. Like how would I say? It's like incorporeal jelly slides through every inch of your being from one side to the other as you pass through it.
Gross.
Though once you're on the other end, it doesn't feel much. You don't feel the feeling anymore. And of course, we are deposited in that plane in a place that Edirax describes.
Go ahead, Great King Rat. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Is this forever now?
Don't worry. If you're lucky, we won't have to do this for hundreds of years. Just be thankful you're not in, like, infantry or something, where they have to use these shitty insertion portals all the time.
It feels like I am becoming Smothers.
Yeah, and also simultaneously feels like you are both eating a ton of it and, like, excreting it all at the same time.
It's like the end of 2001 if that movie was sponsored by the Jelly Company.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah. And
I
go ahead.
I'm just surprised that you don't have any any sort of associations with entities that have experienced the Doom Patrol. You know what I mean?
I do not. But you can explain it to me after the session because as Great King Rat and Viv step through the portal to the other side, you find yourselves coming face to face with Deep Night and um, uh, Tremor. Sorry.
We can't Trevor.
Yeah, Deep Night and Tremor, right as they're arguing about whether or not to cut off Superman's head, and as that is happening, there is a moment where time seems to like fluctuate, and everything goes wibbly wobbly, and Superman is no longer on the ground in front of you guys.
Oh, damn it. Son of a bitch.
I one punched man Superman, and no one can take that away from me.
No one can
Yeah.
take that away from you, but there is now a fourth or fifth timeline. I'm not really sure where we're at this point. But basically, them inserting into this timeline, they missed, went back just far enough to have created another parallel timeline.
Oh, I'm definitely filing a report about this.
Right? It'd be like this is on you guys.
This is confusing.
Not to mention, the next timeline, I'm not in it, so it's an unsterilized timeline. So it's going to be making Bengus timelines.
Yep. So, with that, we draw to a close for this issue of Doomsday Aftermath. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.
Good gaming.